Alright guys, so let's get down to the first review of today's review, review Marvel series, right? We've been doing this for like quite a while, right? I don't know how many like Marvel reviews that I did, but I feel like it's like piling up, and we did plenty of Marvel videos. And this one is no different, right? We're gonna be reviewing Marvel's She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, right? Came out on Disney Plus like I think it's like 9 weeks ago, right? So altogether like 9 episodes for this Marvel Disney Plus series, and the season finale just happened today, right? And so we're in like prime position to discuss like the cousin of the legendary, the brute with enough smashing power to fucking take down, well, quote unquote, take down Thanos and other titans of the like. Fucking She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters. She is a lawyer by day, superhero by night, right? That's like the gimmick. You know, honestly, right? I don't think I know anything at all about like She-Hulk, right? Like, cause I know Hulk, right? Because like in my youth, I remember like the OG Hulk movies. Remember, I think it was like the one with Eric Bana when they were doing their early CG stuff. And I remember like a few episodes of the live action Hulk TV series, like the one in like you find in those like old hold on a sec, LAN cable got fucking disconnected. Alright, good. Oh, got it. Put it up in the chat, right? Oh, I forgot to tilt. There you go. Alright, so what was it? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, fucking the old school Hulk series, and there was like the Incredible Hulk was like the sequel one, or like the remake one with Edward Norton. The first like Hulk movie was with Eric Bana, and he was fighting like the, what was it, his like daddy, like David Banner, and he was like this like he was oh yeah, it was the Absorbing Man. Yeah, he fought like the Absorbing Man. That was like his father, and that's why I remember of like Hulk, and I was like very fond of like Hulk, you know. And so I didn't know a damn thing about like She-Hulk until Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and that's where I was like introduced to She-Hulk, and I only read up on her because of like the bio that the game gave you, but I do not know everything about, like, I do not know anything else at all about like She-Hulk, right? I just know that she's like a lawyer, and like her quirk is like, you know, super strength gamma radiation like regular Hulk, but she has like a break the fourth wall personality of her, so I'm like, what? She's kind of like Deadpool in a way. And yeah, that's really much it about like She-Hulk, right? I just know that like her game plan in that game, in Ultimate Marvel 3, was like she does like fucking run cancels and shit. She does like she does crumple. She does a butt attack in the air that creates like OTG. I'm like, all right, that's She-Hulk. So, and when I was like curious about like the show when it was like being planned, I was like, okay, you know, She-Hulk may be kind of like cool, so I'll like give it a watch. And I watched from like episode 0, episode 1 to like season finale, right? And it was, what I can give She-Hulk is like, it's a good like fun ride, and what, you know, funny enough, She-Hulk calls it is a legal comedy. It's a legal comedy, so it's like a spin on things like what was it? Law? No, whoa. Would I like compare it to like Law and Order? No, because it's like a lawyer show, and what lawyers do is that they prepare cases so that they go to court and like either defend or like or like prosecute like the cases, sort of thing. You know, that's how like lawyers work. So it's very interesting to see, right? It's a fun, lighthearted take of, you know, the character, right? And albeit there is like some funny like beats here and there, but I don't know, like I think I wasn't that too like hyped for it, right? It's like most of the show revolves around, well, let's get to like story content, right? Let's get to like spoilers, and for any who want to like jump in, because this is also like stream how we did it for what was it, Thor Love and Thunder. Feel free to chip in, whether it be like in comments on YouTube or like here in the chat, because this is also like stream. This will also go on like YouTube, but that will like come later, right? So, She-Hulk starts off with like, you know, the titular character, Jennifer Walters. We start off with like a background episode of Jen Walters meeting up with her cousin Bruce Banner, and a spaceship comes hurtling their way, and Jen Walters gets the She-Hulk transformation by from the crash. Because of that spaceship, she accidentally touched the blood of her cousin, the OG Hulk, and she becomes She-Hulk, right? Which you know, Jen Walters heavily like denies it, because it's like, as she says it, it's dumb, it's derivative, like it's very masculine, right? And you know, it's kind of like a funny thing that this show revolves on like, you know, on like girl slash like woman empowerment, right? And you find like parts in this series that talk about that, like the female like workforce or some shit like that. You know, it's not like a handling of the case like the Eternals, where every other like, you know, diversity and disability are like showcased in Eternals, and it was like done bad. She-Hulk was like kind of like done okay-ish, right? Like it was there for like, you know, jokes and whatnot, because it was very like lighthearted like that, but I never found them too like poignant, you know. But anyway, She-Hulk trains under the Hulk, and you know, being the She-Hulk that she is, what's unique about like the She-Hulk strain rather than the Hulk version is that She-Hulk can readily transform, untransform her powers at like a whim, because she has control of it like that. Whereas like Hulk is that you have to be angry. You don't want to make me very angry. That's what triggers the Hulk persona. But with She-Hulk, she could just pop in and out of her persona, because this is another like tact on like the women like culture, is that she deals with like and it's also with lawyers, is that they deal with difficult clients all the time, and it just makes them like super angry. So she knows how to hone that craft, right? So that's a little bit nice tact on that. She-Hulk definitely has like control of her powers, as stated like in the comics, right? But it's like a funny tact on themes and subject matter when you have like She-Hulk, who's like a female like lawyer, all that jazz. And so after that, we get to like episodes later on. We meet like few characters like Jen Walters' best friend Nikki. Then there's she gets fired from her old firm and then enters like a superhero firm, hired by like this like regal boss, right? she meets up with different friends and different clients. So it's like like I said, it's like a legal comedy, and it's like a lawyer show. That's what She-Hulk is. So how they approach it is like, you know, how I assumed it would be. It was like each episode is going to be like a different like case, right? One lawsuit after another lawsuit after another lawsuit, right? And that it was like that for some good episodes until, like, you know, the season finale, when shit starts to like hit the fan in a way. When shit starts to like hit the fan in a way, but you know, we're not gonna like get into that yet, but we're just gonna be talking about a few like episodes until we get to like that season. We meet friends like Nikki. We meet Emil Blonsky, who was I think he was like a delight, because, you know, everybody knows Emil Blonsky from the remake Hulk movie, The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton, and Emil Blonsky is the Abomination, the titular gill-ridden son of a bitch, right? Now he's like a fucking spiritual like guru, right? Like he practices fucking spiritual therapy and guidance for like really high-strung like villains, right? And he was in like captivity because of events that happened in Shang-Chi, where Wong like transported his ass to fight Wong, so that Wong comes in this episode, right? It was so that he could like prepare himself as, like, you know, Sorcerer Supreme, challenge him in like hand-to-hand like combat, you know. And then there's like another episode, a lawsuit episode, where Wong files a complaint against like an amateur magician named Wow. That episode was about like it was called like Real Magic, and it was Wong filing a complaint against an amateur magician by the name of Donnie Blaze, right? And I was like, wait a minute, Donnie Blaze? That's a little bit far off from fucking Johnny Blaze, and we all know Johnny Blaze is, right? He's fucking Ghost Rider. So I was like, are we gonna see Johnny Blaze? No, it's this cheap ass fucking knockoff Donnie Blaze, right? And that was a nice like little episode. We got to see some like magic here and there, because I do love me like, you know, this fucking mystical arts bullshit that MCU like Phase 4 is like kind of kicking it off to be, instead of like the Phase 1 through 3 like sci-fi bullshit. Well, even then, that's another like contention, because like mystical arts can be like derived of like, you know, science or something like that. It's just an alt form. But what was it? Yeah, there was a Wong episode, there was Emil Blonsky, there is then there are episodes that tackle about Jen Walters, where it's like a funny thing, because, you know, Jen Walters gets like her She-Hulk persona, but doesn't want to attach herself with the She-Hulk, because, as she said, it's dumb, it's derivative, right? She doesn't want to be associated as a superhero. She wants to be just a normal girl lawyer that wants to do normal girl lawyer things, right? She wants to protect the world in the law's own right, which is, you know, sometimes it's stupid, like, just to debate on, like, you know, superheroes and law, heroics versus law and shit like that. I mean, like, calm the fuck on, right? Law can save you so much. I mean, we've seen fucking Netflix shows like Daredevil. The law doesn't save everybody, because guess what happens in fucking Daredevil in the Netflix series? Kingpin gets his ass back up. He still operates from a fucking prison. So what the hell can law do? You know? So we get to see Jen Walters being like struggling between like normal lawyer versus like superhero lawyer, and that's what's gonna be like the gimmick. But, you know, it doesn't like play it off too well, right? Where was it? Oh, did I put it in loop? There you go. like Jen Walters is just like, you know, living her life, and the show doesn't really like see her like struggle or like do all this shit, right? That's what you would like get out of from like a superhero show. It's like, where is the conflict? Where is like, you know, where's like the problems that are going on with the show? It's just like lawsuit after like lawsuit, like one story after like another story. And we were like kind of like wanting to like get that because they introduced like She-Hulk's first villain, and it was Titania, who was like a super strong like Instagram influencer. She is a beauty influencer, and she crashed into like a courtroom in like episode 5. She-Hulk like knocked her out, then came back to like sue She-Hulk for copyright infringement, and then came back at like a wedding episode where Jen Walters was invited to by her best friend, and she gets like a romantic interest in like that episode, right? And then Titania comes in and is just like, wait, why are you here? Like, what is she doing, right? You are like marketed as like a villain in this episode. You're like you're like the female equivalent of She-Hulk. You're almost equally as strong as She-Hulk, right? You get to do some stuff like She-Hulk, so we don't see like how she like fits into the fucking equation, because we don't see her do much, bruh. I'm like, god damn, dude. Like, I thought she was gonna be like the big bad of the season, but nope, it wasn't that. They just like sidelined her after like a wedding episode, and we get like her reasoning is that, you know, oh, I'm not mad, right? I just hate you, right? Because you stole my fucking product, and I'm just doing this to you because of petty bullshit. And like, it's like, what the fuck? And then we get to like an episode where She-Hulk like starts dating, which is like a funny part. A lot of like the episodes in She-Hulk were just like, you know, there are like a couple of episodes that highlight like news broadcasts for She-Hulk, and it's like, I think there was like one like shot, I think there was like one scene where like a dude is like, yo, She-Hulk is there, yo, you know, for real, I'll fucks with that, I smash, right? They talk about that because like, you know, She-Hulk gets into bed with like every that's smart. But She-Hulk gets into bed with like like with some heroes in the Marvel like universe, in the Marvel Comics universe. She like hooks up with like everybody. It's like a similar vein to like fucking Spider-Man. Spider-Man is hooking up with like all of these like girls in his like social circle. MJ, Black Cat, Gwen, there's like Silk, there's like Captain Marvel. He's like a player of all cards, and like She-Hulk is like a player of all cards as well. She's like, she hooks up with like Iron Man, with Hercules in the comics, right? Like, she goes around swinging, right? Right, and they like play on that, right? Because like in one episode of She-Hulk, she like gets on like a Tinder like dating app, and like nobody responds to like her Jen Walters persona, but when she puts on like the She-Hulk persona, it's like, oh man, I got like 500 Tinder checks, right? And like she goes into like a speed dating scene and finds like a couple of oddballs, couple of dickhead like men, right? One is like weird that wants to like dissect her, the other like is like a big ass fucking like brute. And she found like one guy in that speed dating shit where it's like, oh, he's a veterinarian, he's got like good muscles, he's got like a good complexion, and then like things are going swimmingly, so it, like takes him to her apartment and they like get it on, right? But then the guy found out, it's like, yo, who the hell are you? I'm Jen Walters. I'm like, I came here for She-Hulk, right? Not this scrawny ass looking bitch. Like, god damn. They said it more politely, but I know what he is thinking, man. I'm like, She-Hulk, man, I fucks with that. But this other side, nah. She like a 4. Fucking. So yeah, like Jen Walters balancing her superhero life with her with her normal life, with like dates and like shit. And she finds like a real awesome guy in like the wedding episode, but then after like a date she gets like ghosted by this person, and then goes to Emil Blonsky's like camp retreat to like do some therapy with other like low class villains, and she's like, okay, I'm good. What else was there? Oh, the biggest highlight of fucking She-Hulk was my man Daredevil, right? Daredevil just comes in and is like, alright, I am the blind lawyer from Hell's Kitchen. I'm here to save the story and whatnot, and he's the most fun part of She-Hulk in my personal opinion, right? Like, albeit I don't mind like the She-Hulk episodes prior, but when Matt Murdock came out, it's like, oh my god, yo, it's the GOAT, it's the man's, right? Like, holy shit. This guy, I loved him back in like in the Netflix series in seasons 1 and 2. Season 3 was a little bit iffy because, you know, there was some weird shit involved with fucking my boy. But fuck, man, I love Daredevil, right? He's such a cool hero. I think I have a strong affinity for like, you know, masked heroes, right? With Moon Knight, with Spider-Man. I'm just starting to like notice it, right? Just like cool costumes and shit like that. It reminds me of fucking like Power Rangers or Kamen Rider. I guess that's like a sort of reasoning behind it, you know? But Matt Murdock comes in, he saves like the story. And again, right? It's not that the She-Hulk episodes are like bad, it's just that, you know, they sound like they don't exactly like fit in, right? The dialogue is like funny, it's cool, it's quirky, but I'm not exactly like a fan of what they're doing, right? Like, She-Hulk is a smart, like, sassy lawyer. She has like jokes that like tackle like dumb questions here and there, but I'm just like, you know, I don't really like some of like the funny punniness of these episodes right now. And they do have like good jokes that tackle like good subjects, right? About you know, like I said, about like female women workforce and stuff like that. There are like dumbass like neuron like small brain cell like men out there, and they like tackle that, right, sort of thing. There was even like an episode where like there was a lawsuit case about a man who's like immortal, and like he runs away from like conflict because he has like 9 wives, some shit like that, and the 9 wives file a lawsuit against him. Like they want like paid due, and so Nikki comes in and saves the day, and it's like she's like the girl best friend that's like got your back. She's sassy, she's quirky too. She's like that one friend that's like got your back and like says like funny shit, and she understands like society and like the needs of the people, you know, sort of thing. I don't know how to properly like elaborate that, but you get what I mean. I hope, right? It's like that one. You know what it is? It's like that one like gay best friend that like just like understands you and talks with you, you know? Like, not to be like, you know, offensive, but like it's that like archetype, you know? And so that was like an episode like that. Like it was fun, it was cool. What else? What else was there? Oh yeah, and until like the Matt Murdock episode, right? Everything was just like okay. When Matt Murdock came on the screen, it's like, yo, my boy, yo, my boy. Yo, my boy, he definitely brought a light into everything. He just like tackled like Jen Walters at every turn. 2 like superheroes like colliding with each other, right? Daredevil being the more like acrobatic ninja with superhuman senses. Jen Lawyers being like quirky, being like a very quirky, self-aware, like break the fourth wall type of like character that she is. And they just hit it off, right? They mesh well, and you know, She-Hulk gets into bed with Matt Murdock, right? Like, that's like the one guy for her, right? So he sticks around for like 2 episodes. And so then it comes to like the final like plot of She-Hulk, which is she gets like nominated for like Female Lawyer of the Year award. And then there's this like rogue like intelligent conspiracy theorist site called Intelligentsia, run by a dude called the Hulk King. Their whole purpose is to like deflame Jen Walters as the She-Hulk, because she doesn't deserve the right that she has as a Hulk, you know? And so it shows up as like, you know, hacking her phone, seeing her like chat messages and all that shit like that, and showing like the whole crowd like a fucking sex tape of her getting it on with like this Intelligentsia dude that was at like the wedding. And Jen Walters goes ballistic. She gets into like prison, finds a way in the final episode. She finds a way to like stop all this bullshit after like finding some clues, and with Nikki and a lawyer friend of theirs called Pug, which is funny enough, right? Their lawyer friend called Pug is a veteran actor from another comic book show, and that's Adrian Chase. He was Prometheus in the Green Arrow CW TV series. I think it was like in season, what was it? 1, 2. 1 was Merlin, 2 was Deathstroke, 3 was Ra's al Ghul, 4 was Damien Dark, mixed with a little bit of Brother Blood. I know Brother Blood was in one of those seasons. I think 5, yeah. Season 5 was where they introduced Prometheus. So he was Prometheus in the Arrow, and they just brought his ass back here, and he's like, yo, my boy, he's so jive, he's smooth, right? He's a Marvel nut, he looks so silly. Because I haven't seen like Arrow season 5, but I can pretty much imagine that if that actor was in season 5 of the Arrow, he's just, I'm brooding, everything's all about peace. I'm here to remake the world that is Starling City. Like, shut the fuck up. That's why I dropped off from Arrow, because it's so goddamn serious. Like, fuck. It was hamming it up so hard that it was like, you know, it's trying to be Batman, but not. Like, they should have just done Batman, right? Instead of like exploring like fucking Green Arrow and the character, and like Green Arrow is like a lighthearted son of a bitch. Why are you making Oliver Queen a fucking Batman trope? What? Anyway. So, in the final episode, everything is like turning into like a head boil, right? Nikki and Pug find out that the Intelligentsia group... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I didn't look good. There you go. They find out that Intelligentsia is run by like a former client of theirs, which was Todd Phelps or some shit? Yeah, Todd Phillips or Todd Phelps. And he's like a weirdo, gross fucking like male neuron type of person. He collects Avengers like artifacts. He grosses out his like grosses out like other people like around him. He's like a total like dude bro, and like his whole shtick is that he runs a site called Intelligentsia. He runs Hulk King for the sake of like, you know, She-Hulk didn't earn these powers. She-Hulk didn't earn them. right? Not like the Hulk, because the Hulk was like, you know, a different case, but it's like they're total dude bros that idolize nothing but like male figures, right? There was like even one guy that was saying, you know, like fuck Lady Thor. I don't like hate the character, but it's like, why make Lady Thor? Motherfucker, come on now. They're like hamming it up so hard on like the fucking male dominance of like Marvel heroes, right? With this intelligentsia bullshit. We want our neurons to be activated. Fucking everything comes into a boil, right? Emil Blonsky transforms into Abomination, even though he was ordered not to, right? Todd Phelps gets like Jen Walters' serum, blood sample, and transforms into a Hulk himself. Bruce comes in after being abducted by a spaceship and then comes back. And Jen Walters, what she does is break the fourth wall and like goes to the behind the scenes venues of She-Hulk, and it's just like, alright, y'all are fucking up with this like storyline right here. What are y'all doing with this ending? I'ma go talk to Kevin Feige and fix this shit out. And when she goes there, she comes across not Kevin Feige himself, but a AI decision-making robot called Kevin. I forgot what his full acronym is. I just didn't care less. But they have a talk, and like Jen Walters wins her case. Jen Walters wins her case by rewriting the script of the ending shot of She-Hulk by not making Todd Phelps with the She-Hulk serum, Bruce Banner out of the picture. Well, not like kill, but like out of that scene. Abomination has to face justice, right? Makes the whole entrance at nighttime, right? And calls on Matt Murdock because, you know, she has a thing for Matt Murdock, right? He is that sexy. And so, what was it? Oh, and she also made like a gag to like Kevin. It's like, oh, when are the X-Men coming? And she like winks at like the fucking audience, right? It's like, so everything has been rewritten. So it was rewritten. She-Hulk gets in a happy ending. She hooks up with Matt Murdock, right? They have like a family dinner. Hulk comes back, introduces the family to his son, who's called Scar, right? Which is, I didn't know Hulk had a son, and I was like, yeah, he had a son. he like hooked up with a girl called like the Queen of Dragania or some shit, and like spewed out like a son and had like the Hulk gene. And he was like part of like everywhere in like Marvel comic verse, like Dark Avengers or all that shit. But yeah, Hulk introduces his son to the family and is like, that's the end of She-Hulk. That's the end of She-Hulk, right? And now I would say like final verdict of like She-Hulk would be like, you know, I was about to say 6 because like it's funny, it's cool, but it's like it only got better because like fucking Matt Murdock was there, and I do love my boy, right? If it weren't for him, like I would give it like a 6 or maybe even 5. But you know, like the jokes were cool, right? The jokes were cool. The humor was tight. There was some neat like culture. There was neat like, you know, gender like well, not gender appropriation. What would we call it? You know, good tackling of like, you know, female like workforce, and you know like gender stuff, and a lot of like self-aware like puns that are in this like series, right? But as far as like, you know, what we come to know as like, you know, a Marvel show, there's not really much like going anywhere, right? Because we were excited about like She-Hulk, that like, oh, connections with the Hulk, so that means she's gonna play a pivotal role in like future like Marvel projects, right? Where's our like big bad? And it's like, again, like I have to go back to that, right? You know, where's our like our big bad? right? And I get like what Phase 4 is like doing. They're like diving into like different stories through other like realms that we're not going to be seeing like the big bad of a Marvel movie for like some time, until like halfway into like Phase 5 or even like Phase 6, right? She-Hulk is just like doing lawyer stuff, doing lawyer things, right? And what we come to know is like Marvel is like, where's our like big like flow chart of like Marvel shit where it's like, you know, our very highs, our lows, and then our climactic end sort of thing? What's our like hero background sort of shit, right? I don't want to say it's like it's all over the place, because like that's how I feel with like She-Hulk, right? Because as far as like a Marvel thing is like concerned, what the hell is like going on? What's like the fucking pacing of the show, right? Like lawsuits like come in, guests come in, special appearances come in, cameos. Then there's like fucking Jen Walters tackling like her normal life, being a normal girl and all that stuff. But we thought it was gonna be like Titania. It wasn't. Now it was gonna be like Intelligentsia, some shit like that, which it did, but like a very abruptly. It was very like forced in. We thought it was, you know, Emil Blonsky, but he's just a spiritual guru, right? There was nothing like hyping up like the final like villain, and there was like hardly any villain. There was like villains, but they were like petty fucking villains, like Titania and all that shit, right? And so it was nothing too like exciting about like She-Hulk, right? It was just lawyer stuff doing lawyer things. Until it like came at like the very end of the season where they have to get to like a Marvel shtick. They like ran out of ideas. That's what happened in like in a boardroom where it's like, okay, what do? we can't come up with anything, right? Like, and She-Hulk was like self-aware of that. It's like, what? Are y'all serious right now? That's why she had to like fix it. And speaking of like the self-aware shit, like, you know, here's my thing, right, on self-aware stuff. You can do it well, you can do it like with tact, but She-Hulk did not do it with like any tact, because I feel like drawing up a comparison between She-Hulk and another Marvel break the fourth wall character, and that's fucking Deadpool, right? Because to me, right, not to diss any like She-Hulk like stans, right, but I feel like Deadpool from the movies, from video games, from TV shows, I feel like he's the OG one that does like break the fourth wall shit, at least on like Marvel's side, that does it super well, right? Whether it be like coming up with gags when he fights with Cable and Deadpool too. Man, this guy's so brooding. Are you sure you're not from the DC universe or like some shit like that? It's clever, it's coy, because that's like Deadpool. He like breaks the fourth wall all the damn time. And in here with like She-Hulk, yes, she breaks the fourth wall, like that's true to her character like in comics, but it feels so very like forced, like it's not that funny. And I like break the fourth wall stuff, but you know, I've come to realize like it has to be done well, right? You can't just like throw like talk to the audience like in front of you, right? Like how like Vice does in Kamen Rider Revice, he does it, but he's so lovable that like you don't mind like he talks to the audience and like narrates like the story so far, because that's Vice. He's a fucking demon that goes Yahoo! Like shit, man. Vice is awesome. Deadpool is awesome. I don't know about She-Hulk. Right? It's not like, you know, I don't mind, like I don't like hate or like hodgepodge or like say anything negative about like, you know, it's not that like I'm hating on like She-Hulk or anything, but like it just sort of like fell off for me, right? And I would like watch it, but like I'm not gonna watch it like 3 times. Like I watched like Marvel Disney Plus episodes, one for myself and then again with mom, just to like get like a second opinion with her, and she likes everything, right? I can't like I can't like diss her on anything or like argue with her on like what she likes and doesn't like, you know? But she likes it. It's cool. But for me, I'm like, nah. It just sort of fell off for me. It was only interesting with like Matt Murdock, right? And that was like the sole interesting like part. It's like the similar vein with like fucking Hawkeye, right? Where Hawkeye had like the second Black Widow, and it had my boy the Kingpin from the Netflix universe came in for like the final episode, and he's like intimidating as he always, but he's a big hunky chunky bitch, right, with the white ass fucking suit, and it's like he's large and in charge of all of like the gangs. He runs the Kingpin company, he runs the Fisk company, right, and that's how he is, and that made it super fucking interesting. But at least with Hawkeye, it was entertaining. I liked Kate Bishop. I liked her personality. She's smart, she's quippy, she's awkward like that. Jen Walters is quirky. She's sassy. She complains a lot. She not stutters, but like, you know, just states everything like it's a fucking counter argument because of her like goddamn like lawyer degree. So it became like not fun for me to like watch. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. 8:15. Okay. Alright, what was it? Oh yeah. Yeah, it's just like She-Hulk's like character I didn't really like as much, you know? It's like, as far as like break the fourth wall goes, I would say I still give it to like Deadpool. As far as like character goes, I'd say like you know? There are like other like enjoyable female superhero leads that like I like a lot more than like She-Hulk. It's just like the way she talks and like speaks and like all that jazz. It's like it's not really my like cup of tea. So I'm like, I fell off from that. I don't care. Right? But it's enjoyable. It's good. It's a good like 7 out of 10 film. It had a lot of like guest appearances and whatnot. It's interesting. It's a good, like, as She-Hulk describes it, a lawyer comedy. So it's good for what it is. Would I watch it like a third or a fourth time? Is it like my top favorite like Disney Plus show? Absolutely not. Right? I still give that category to like fucking Moon Knight or Miss Marvel or Loki, which we'll be making a tier list soon, don't worry. But yeah, just that She-Hulk didn't like kind of impress me as much. Kind of didn't impress me as much, you know? Anyway, so let's exit off of here. And